So Laura, thank you so much for coming on here just very, very briefly.
Sure.
And, just chatting a little bit about, Essentrics and, your health, journey and, what has brought you to class. So are you one of those happy retirees, for example?
We are both retired and have a lot of flexibility in our schedule these
Right,
these days. Yeah.
right. And if you don't mind me asking
Sure.
your age?
I'm 71 and very, very soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that coming up in July or
Yeah.
August?
In July, beginning of
July. Well, happy birthday. And
Thank
how
you.
about Don?
He will be 72 in October.
72.
He's 71 now. Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations. You
Thank you.
both look well. So thanks again for coming on. And you two have been married for how many years?
That's coming up on 40.
40.
Yeah, in September. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And how many children?
Zero.
No children.
Just,
Okay.
well, no two-legged children. We have lots of dogs.
Excellent.
Yes.
And you've been in this area forever, or have
Been in
you?
the DMV for 50 years, for college, and then Maryland, and then DC, and then Maryland, and then to Virginia.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Now let's talk a little bit about eccentrics. Now, how did you find eccentrics?
We found Essentrics during the pandemic on PBS. We found Miranda Esmond Smith's program on PBS, and both of us, of course, we weren't going out to work out those days. We were pretty much confined to home, and we both got hooked pretty quickly, and we used it very regularly.
Excellent. And then how did you find out about the class at the YMCA?
We were taking other classes there, and we were both pretty excited to find out that it was available because it was not available at some of the other gyms we've been members of over the years.
Okay, and then how long have you been taking eccentrics
With
at
you,
the Y?
just with you. How long have you been teaching it?
I've been teaching there about 4 years. It'll be 4 years in
Yeah.
September.
I'm wondering if we were one at the beginning with you. Well, the pandemic was probably over in 22. I
Mhm.
think we joined the Y in 21 and 20 or 22. So I'd say probably about 4 years, almost this whole time you've been there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what has struck you about the Eccentrics program? What is
Mm,
it that
mhm.
brings you back?
Um, I think that what resonates with us, the way we would describe it to other people, is that it's easy on the body. It's something that you'll be able to do forever. It's not as aggressive or difficult on your body as yoga can be. But it's more movement
Mhm.
than Tai Chi. I think Tai Chi for Don especially was a little too low level for him.
Mhm.
Um, I think that we both love how we feel when we left, when we would leave class, even though sometimes we're not sure what the advantage is as we're doing the movements. But then when we're done, we're like, wow, that was, you feel energized, you feel mobile, you feel flexible, you feel stronger. Um, a lot of the things that you feel in some other classes, but the movements are so subtle that you don't quite acknowledge it while you're doing it. You don't think that you're getting those kinds of benefits, but you are.
Right. Now, my class is composed mainly of women. So every now and again, I'll see Dawn in class, or there will be another woman, who brings her husband. For a while, I used to see Dawn in the cycling room observing from a distance. And I didn't know if he was just afraid to come into the class with so many women. So what do you think encouraged him to come on in?
Well, I think that for him it was more of a practical issue. He's an artist, and he had studio time during the eccentrics class. So he wasn't available on Fridays for quite a long time now. And now he's not sure if he's going to continue doing the art during the summer or not. He doesn't really do cycling there every great once in a while, but um, given the opportunity, I think he would be at class more often and will be now.
Okay. So is this a matter of, couples who work out together, stay together?
You know, we really, yeah, we really enjoy different things. Even in a lot of respects, really. We do one class together. We do the body pump for strengthening together. I've been doing that for my osteoporosis for years. But other than that, I do a lot of Zumba. I do a lot of dancing. He is not at all a dancer. He does some yoga at home, but not in a classroom. It's too structured for him in the classroom. Um, so, we do some things together, but I think he would go even if I wasn't there, frankly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as couples who,
Mhm.
are together for a long time and, one person says, well, why don't you try this class? And there might be a reluctance on the part of some people to come in, maybe some men or women, will, look at the class and
It's all women, right?
person's significant other is in the class and maybe there's a shyness toward or a
Yeah,
reluctance to come
yeah.
in. So how do you
Well, I think
encourage
I
some?
think in this class, in this particular case, I didn't have to encourage him at all because we both discovered it together during the pandemic online when we were unnaturally together at home a lot more than normally, and
Mm,
it both resonated us right away, and we did it probably 3 times a week. And we
mm,
still do it during the week if we're traveling and we're not able to be in your class because we prefer doing it in person with you. You're just very
mm,
motivating in general, and it's just fun to be in the environment. But even when we travel, we'll do it on YouTube. It's something you can bring with you, so I didn't have to talk Don into this one.
okay. And
Yeah.
so tell me again your health benefits, what you've noticed.
Oh boy. I think that we both feel more limber, more flexible, especially Don, who's not at all flexible and doesn't do other stretching the way I do. Um, I think we feel our joints feel looser. We joke that we find muscles we didn't know that we had. They're like,
Right.
like sub muscles, but they're used and they're important. They're just not acknowledged in a weight training class or something like that. But
Mhm.
we're strengthening parts of the body that we didn't even know were there. Um, I'm trying to think, and we don't. I think one of the things that we always often say is that we just feel great when we're done. We just feel energized. We just feel like we worked, and you do work hard. It's not like you're just sitting there like a massage. You're definitely actively engaging with it, but it's still not aggressive. But you still feel like you just did a strength class sometimes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so if you had to tell your neighbors about Essentrics, if they were looking for a program, what would you say to them?
I would encourage them to try it for many of those reasons that it's low stress on the body, but high benefit. And there's not many exercise programs that are like that. And even yoga, you can get lighter versions of yoga, but even that, there's some positions that are hard for a lot of people, which is why they have chair yoga that I've tried. I don't think it's as beneficial, frankly. Um, you don't have to do that with eccentrics. Anybody can do it, and you can do it. You can just do it on your own. You don't need equipment. You don't need a right space. You could just do it. It's great.
Have you noticed any change in height, for
Uh,
example?
a little, but I'm struggling with osteoporosis. So I was fighting it with weight training for almost 30 years, and now it just creeped into my neck. So I'm having more posture issues because of that. But I do feel longer in a lot of ways.
Is there anything you'd like to see added to the class?
No, I love the music. You've been using different music lately that I love. I love that you can use different music, and I love how you kind of mix things up and you use some standards, but not always. And then you change the standards, and you feel like you've stretched every way you can. And then you introduce something that's a little different that hits something that maybe you haven't quite stretched before. And you can make it a little more of a stretch if you choose to or not. And I love how you do your classes. I
Well,
love,
thank you
I
so
love
much.
your classes. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Nothing that I can think of. No, no, I just enjoy them. We're not going to be there a lot. We have company coming now, and we're going to be doing a little more traveling. But when we're in town and it's Friday and we have no non-negotiable commitment, we'll be there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Laura, I
Yeah,
appreciate your time. So thank
of
you
course.
very, very much. I'm